Welcome back, guys. We are going to be doing some more logic puzzles on the Brilliant app, and I struggled quite hard with these hat strategy colour business logic puzzles last time, and this is meant to be an even harder version of the last one that I already struggled with, so I gotta say I am not too confident. But anyway, without further ado, let's carry on. Right, in this lesson, you will investigate how deciding on a strategy beforehand allows teams to share a great deal of information with surprisingly few words. The Blobs introduce Marv to a new version of the game. This time it's competitive. Marv will put hats on the Blobs and try to stump them. Alice and Blob will each guess the colour of their own hat. They win as a team against Marv as long as at least one of them guesses correctly. Can the Blobs come up with a strategy to rise to whatever challenge Marv throws at them? The Blobs will each wear either a red or blue hat. Okay, so no pairs. The Blobs can see each other's hats, but not their own. Alice will guess her hat colour first, then Blob will guess his. The Blobs win if at least one of them guesses their own colour hat. Before the game starts, Alice whispers to Blob, "I'm really just going to say the colour of your hat." That's cheating. Strategy. Cheat. Just cheat. That's the best strategy. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. If Alice says blue, what should Blob say so that the Blobs win? Well, she just told him what his hat is, so I'm guessing he should just cheat as well. Instead of really trying to guess her hat colour, Alice uses her guess to communicate something to Blob. The Blobs can use guesses in sneaky ways. Cheating, then. In the next game, the Blobs have to guess at the same time. That'll stop them cheating. While Marv is getting two more hats, Alice whispers to Blob, "I'm really going to say your hat colour again." Okay. Marv puts a red hat on Alice's head. Alice is going to say Blob's hat colour. Blob needs to guess at the same time as Alice. What colour should he say? Right. Let's work this out. So she's got red, he's got blue. Or if he's got blue, I should say. She's got red. If he's got blue, then if he says blue, she's guessing the same as him. Oh, in a minute. Come on, brain. Right. If he has got blue and she says blue, she is wrong because she's wearing red. In a minute, what's going on here? I can see that hers is red. So why would he not just say red? Am I massively overthinking this and I can actually just see the colour right there? What colour should he say to win the game? Only one of us needs to get the hat colour right, so I should just say red. Oh, in a minute, I'm saying what colour hat... Oh, God. Right, okay. Let's think about this again. If he is wearing blue, she says blue, and then she is wrong, and if he says red, then he is wrong as well. So he has to say blue. Now, if he is wearing red, she says red, and she is right. So they both win. Or she wins and he says blue, but he loses. So yeah, blue is the right answer. That was difficult. It wasn't difficult at all, but for some reason my brain just couldn't figure it out. Blob's possible hat colour has two cases, either red or blue. Let's see how Blob saying blue guarantees that Blob's win in both cases. Yeah, I've just explained it. Yeah. Remember that the blobs have to guess at the same time. They win the game when at least one of them says their own hat colour correctly. Which strategy guarantees that the blobs will win the game, no matter what hats Marv gives them? The blobs each pick a different colour ahead of time. Well, that's not going to help. Alice guesses Blob's hat colour. Blob guesses the opposite of Alice's hat colour. So there's only one blue and one red? No, because they've got two red. Let's read this again. This is messing my brain up. The blobs each pick a different colour ahead of time and guess that colour. Well, that's just guessing. There's no strategy involved there. That can't be the answer. So the answer must be Alice guesses Blob's hat colour and Blob guesses the opposite of Alice's hat colour. But why is that the right answer? I don't understand this. Am I missing something? I can't I can't visualize why this is correct because we don't know what Marv is giving them. Picking each pick a different color ahead of time and guess that color is not going to that's just dumb luck. So that can't be the answer. So why is this the answer? Alice guesses Blob's hat color. So if Blob has got red, she guesses red. Blob guesses the opposite of Alice's, but Blob doesn't know what Alice's hat colour is, and neither does Alice. So, what? Right. So she's guessing red. He is wearing red. So, guessing the opposite of. No, 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 no. Come on, come on. If she guesses blue and she is wearing red, so yeah, I think I get it now. So basically, hers is a 50-50 guess. She's either right or wrong. If she's right, it doesn't matter what Blob guesses. If she's wrong, then Blob will know which answer will make sure that he is right. Okay, I've understood it now. So she guesses red. If she's wrong, It's this bit here that guesses the opposite of Alice's hat colour. Oh, because she's guessing her own. This is why it's confusing. Alice guesses Blorb's hat colour. So if Blorb is wearing blue, she is guessing blue, but she might not be wearing blue. She might be wearing red. So if Blorb guesses the opposite of red, he is now guessing blue, which is the colour that he is wearing. Okay, I get it now. I understand. God, that should not have taken me that long to understand. Right, for the next round, Carol joins Alice and Blorb as Marv picks out 3 hats. The Blobs discuss team strategies. The rules of the game are these. Alice must guess first, then Blorb and Carol guess at the same time. The Blobs win as long as 2 of them guess their hat colours correctly. Oh my goodness me. Which strategy guarantees that the Blobs will win? Alice says Blorb's hat colour. So Alice must guess first and then Blorb. So Alice... Okay. If Alice says Blorb's hat colour, let's pretend Blorb has got blue. So Alice says blue. Blorb says Carol's hat colour. Let's assume Carol's got red. So Blorb would be wrong because he's wearing blue. That won't guarantee anything. That doesn't guarantee anything. Okay. Alice says blue if at least one of Blorb's and Carol's hats is blue. Otherwise, she says red. So if Alice says blue, that means at least one of them is wearing blue. But that doesn't tell you whether they should both say the same colour. That just tells you that at least one of them is blue. We need to know if both of them are the same colour to guarantee a win. Because hers is just basically 50-50 chance, so hers is irrelevant. We need to know what both of these are. Alice says blue if Blorb and Carol's hats are the same. Otherwise, she says red. So if she says blue, that just tells us that they're the same. It doesn't tell us what colour they are. So she could say blue. They could both be wearing red. They could both say blue, and all 3 of us are wrong. Right, let's have another think about this. Wait a second. Can they see each other's hats? It doesn't say. It doesn't say if they can see each other's hats. But if they can see each other's hats, and Alice says Blob's hat colour, so they must be able to see each other's hats, because it's impossible for Alice to have said that. So if Alice tells Blob what his hat colour is, so let's say his hat colour's blue, she says blue. Carol knows. So Blob, come on, let's have a think about this. They can see each other's hat colours though, so how is that helpful? Oh, Blob can now say blue, but they're still just guessing. This is a tough one. The Blobs win as long as two of them guess their own hat colours correctly. If Alice says Blob's hat colour, then Blob shouldn't be saying Carol's hat colour. That's just dumb. Because that is Alice telling Blob what colour his hat is, and then Blob just saying somebody else's hat colour. So that top one is just dumb. That can't be the right answer. Alice says blue if at least one of Blob's and Carol's hats is blue. Otherwise, she says red. I've got a feeling that this isn't worded correctly. Because this strategy doesn't guarantee that the Blobs will win unless both of their hats are the same colour. And she says red. If both of their hats are red and she says red, then that will guarantee. But if one of theirs is blue and one of them is red, this one does not guarantee a victory. So it will guarantee a victory if they've both got the same colour. But will this one guarantee a victory regardless? If Blobs and hats are the same colour. So it's got to be this one. Oh, it says blue if Blobs and hats, Blob and Carol's hats are the same colour. But this does not guarantee what colour they are. It just guarantees that they're the same colour. So that's still a 50-50 chance of a victory, because they might say the wrong colour. So neither of these are a guarantee. Are they? Oh my god. Well, I've got to make a decision, but it feels to me like neither of them are a guarantee. Right. I think I've got it. Because they can see each other's hat colours. If she says blue, if at least one of Blob and Carol's hats is blue, then they will know if his is blue and she says blue and hers is red, then he will know that his is blue because he can see that hers is red and she has told them that one of yours is blue. So he will be able to say his for certain. She can see that his is blue. No. Still, she doesn't know if hers is blue or not. So still, that's a 50-50 chance. Right, Alice says blue if Blob and Carol's hats are the same colour. Okay, so let's say it's this one. So she says blue because they're the same colour. Yeah. So she can see that he has got blue, which means she knows she's got blue. If she says red, she knows that Blob is wearing a different colour to her, and vice versa. So this will guarantee a victory. My goodness, that took me far too long to work out. Okay. The Blobs decide to use this strategy. Alice says blue if Blob and Carol's hats are the same colour. Otherwise, she says red. Alice says red. Blob sees that Alice's hat colour is red and Carol's hat colour is blue. What colour is Blob's hat? So she says red, which means that they're not the same colour, so Blob knows that his is red. Dan joins Alice, Blob and Carol for the next round of guessing. The rules of the game are now these. Alice once again guesses first, and then Blob, Carol and Dan must guess at the same time. The Blobs win as long as 3 of them guess their own hat colours. 3 of them? Jesus, I need to get all of them right. Okay. Right, what should Alice say to guarantee the Blobs win? Blue, if the other 3 Blobs all have the same colour, and red otherwise. Blue, if the 3 Blobs have an even number of red hats. Red if it's odd. Now I'm guessing that this is the answer. Let's see if we can figure out why. Okay, so if it's an even number, if them 2 both have red, he knows that his is blue. If his is blue and hers is red, then he knows that his must be blue. No, that doesn't make sense, does it? Wait a second. That his is red, sorry, not blue. So then it'd be red, red, blue. So let's go through that one more time. I wonder if you can select these now. Okay. So if it's even and his is red and them 2 are blue. So if hers is blue, if she can see blue and red. Oh, in a minute. If the 3 Blobs have an even number of red hats. She says blue if the 3 Blobs have an even number of red hats. Why not say red? Flaming hell. That would have been way more easy to remember. Right, okay. She says blue if the Blobs have an even number of red hats. So if she says blue, they know that they've got an even number of red hats. So if them 2 are both red, he knows that he's blue. If them 2 are different, then he knows that his is red because it's an even number. Yeah, so this is the correct answer. And red if the number is odd. So if she says red, they know that they've all got an odd number. If Blob and Carol are both wearing blue, then Dan must know that his is blue, so it'd be 3 blues. And if they've got different, then Dan will know that his is Right, so it's an odd number of reds, not an odd number of blues. And 0 reds is not an odd number of reds. So let's work that out again. So if she says that you've got an odd number, if 2 of them are wearing blue, he knows that his is red. If one of them is different to the other, then he knows that his is blue, because then that makes 1 red. So if they're both red, he knows is red. If they're both different, he knows is blue. So yeah, that's the answer. Right, worked it out. Thank you very much. Can the blobs continue their winning streak if they join in the guessing game en masse? Marv will surely make the rules of the game quite challenging. The rules of the game for this round are these. Each of the 100 blobs will be given a hat that's either red or blue. Okay. Alice still guesses her hat colour first, then the other 99 blobs must all guess at once. What is the maximum number of correct guesses the blobs can guarantee? The maximum number. Well, the maximum number is 100. But I don't like how this is phrased. Because there's a 50-50 chance. Even if it was down to pure dumb luck, the maximum number would be 100. But I don't think that that's what this question means. I think it means what's the maximum number that they can guarantee. Oh yeah, it says there, can guarantee. So why have they put maximum in bold and not guarantee? So the answer's 99 then. Because she can use a strategy which will tell them whether yeah, the maximum minimum guarantee. She can tell them whether they've got they can all see each other's hats. This is the thing that I keep forgetting. They can all see each other's hats. So if she tells them if it's an odd number or an even number, they can look at everybody else's hats, deduce whether they are the odd one out or if they're the even one. Then they can accurately say what colour hat theirs is, regardless of what the number is. Oh, gee whiz. Right, we got there. We got there. That was difficult. That was far too difficult. Oh no, it hasn't finished. Oh no. I was really hoping that was the end of this. Okay. Marv decides to put a stop to the blob pileup and issue one final challenge. This time, the blobs must line up, all 100 of them face the same way with their backs to Alice. The rules for the final round are these. Blobs are lined up so that each can see only the hats in front of them. Alice is at the back of the line so she can see all of the blob's hats. Alice guesses her hat colour first, followed by each of the blobs in turn from back of the line to the front. Blobs win if at least 99 of them guess correctly without being able to see. Okay, let me have a think. Right, so this is all about strategy or cheating. So basically, if they can all communicate a strategy with each other, only one of them needs to be wrong and all of the rest of them right for them to win. If she just tells the person in front what colour their hat is, then the person in a min. Let me have a think about this. Right. I'm pretty certain that the answer is yes, but I can't quite figure out why. Because if she tells the person in front what their colour hat is, they can't say what's. They can't convey their colour, the colour of the person in front at the same time as getting their own hat colour correct. That's physically impossible because you can't give two different answers. So just telling the person in front what their hat colour is isn't going to result in a correct answer. Now, if she tells them that whether they've got an even number or an odd number, that still doesn't help because they can't see. Oh, I suppose they can all count. Yeah, they can all see everybody's in front of them. So if she tells the person directly in front that there's an odd number, and the person in front can see everybody else's, he can count everybody else's numbers and he can determine whether his is an odd number or not. And then he'll know whether his is blue. And then does that work for the one in front of him as well? Yeah, because then the one in front will also be able to count. And he knows that it'll alternate between odds and even. So yeah, that's the answer, I think. Show explanation. If the blobs all answered at the same time, strategy would not work because the blobs can only see. Now, though the blobs are guessing in turn, that means each blob can can hear the answer of every blob in the line behind them. From those answers and the hats that the blobs can see, the blob can figure out how many red hats, how many blue hats that the others are wearing. This means that each blob has the same information that they did in the previous puzzle, where they could see all the other blobs' hats. So the strategy from the previous puzzle works. Happy days. Marv may have lost the game, but he's now fully trained to run all of the blob games at the theme park. Blobs, in the meanwhile, are enjoying a little victory dance for a strategy well played. Happy days! Happy days! That was quite tough. Not sure if I got any wrong in that one. I feel like I might have managed to get them all right. Right, let's see. See how long we've been recording for. Right, let's do one more. Okay, headlights. To determine when or why somebody does something, it helps to think from their perspective. In this lesson, you will learn to reason through a single situation from multiple viewpoints. Evil Corps is piloting a new initiative. They've installed red or blue highlights on some of the robots that indicate to visitors which part of the park they're assigned to. The program is still very new and it has a critical bug. Robots that become aware of the colour of their own headlight will malfunction when the park closes that day. Okay. So when the park closes, they malfunction if they know their colour. Marv missed the staff meeting where theme park staff were warned about the bug. Oh, Marv. While making his morning rounds, Marv spots Mig and Lex. Hey, nice red headlight, he shouts in their general direction. What happens to the robots? Okay, right. So they can obviously see each other's headlights, but not their own. So Mig will see Lex's red headlight, but he won't know if he has got a red headlight. Lex will see Mig's blue headlight and know that the comment from Marv was directed at him. So Lex knows that he's got a red headlight, and so he malfunctions at the end of the day. So what are the options? Neither robot malfunctions. Well, that's not true. Both robots malfunctioned that day. That's not true because Mig still doesn't know if his is red or blue. Both robots malfunction the next day. Lex malfunctions that day, and Mig malfunctions the next day. Mig malfunctions that day. Lex malfunctions the next day. So Lex malfunctions that day, and Mig malfunctions the next day. Right, why? So Lex malfunctions that day because he knows he's got a red headlight because Mig has got blue. Then the next day, Mig sees that Lex has malfunctioned. So then Mig will know. Mig will know that he has blue because Lex wouldn't have malfunctions if he didn't have blue. So he now knows that he's got blue. And so he's going to malfunction the next day. So that's the answer. Okay. Remember, neither robot knows the colour of their own headlight. Lex only sees the other robot with a headlight and it's blue. When he hears Marv's comment, he realises he must be the only robot with a red headlight. This triggers the bug, causing him to malfunction. The park closes that day. But why does Mig malfunction the next day? Well, these robots are extremely logical. Mig sees that Lex has malfunctioned and reasons through what must have happened. The only way Lex could have known his own headlight colour was from Marv's comment. Is if he was the only robot that the comment could have been directed at. That would mean Lex didn't see a red headlight on Mig. So Mig concludes that she must have a blue headlight and malfunctions the following day. Marv's statement seemed innocent enough, but it gave each robot enough information to eventually figure out their own headlight. Okay. Still unaware of the bug, Marv sees a couple more headlights coming along towards him. They are his friends, Flo and Ott. Red looks great on you, he says as they pass by. What happens to the robots? Okay, so they both see red, but they don't. Neither of them know if they've got blue or red. So neither of them will malfunction on the first day. And then on the second day, they both know that one of them at least has got red. They both see that neither of them malfunctioned, so they both know that they haven't got blue. So on the second day, they both know that they both have red and they both malfunction. So both robots malfunction the next day. Happy days. This time Marv didn't tell either of the robots anything they didn't already know, since each robot already saw a red headlight on the other's head, but that's why nothing happened on the first day. To understand what happens the next day, we need to take another perspective. Let's take a look at Otto's. Ott knows that her headlight had been blue. Flo would have determined her own headlight was red. Yeah, basically what I just said. Ott sees the flow has not malfunctioned. This means her own headlight could not be blue. Yeah, that's what I've just said. Next, on his rounds, Marv runs into a group of 3 robots with coloured headlights, Loy, Gom and Ray. Looking sharp with your new red headlight? Oh dear. Loy malfunctions when the park closes that day, so the other 2 must be blue. Loy must be red. Gom and Ray both malfunction the next day. Yeah, so Loy is red, the other 2 are blue. Okay, now consider what would have happened if Ray had been the only robot with a blue headlight. Assume Marv makes the same comment. Looking sharp with a new headlight? Right. This one's a little bit trickier. I'm going to have to think about this one. Right. Right. So, Gom and Loy both know that Ray have got a blue headlight. So the only thing they need to figure out is if each of them have got red or blue. So they're not going to malfunction on the first day. When they arrive the second day, they'll see that neither of them have malfunctioned. So then they'll both figure out what colour headlight they've got. So they'll both malfunction on the second day. Now, Ray doesn't learn anything until the third day when she sees that the other 2 have malfunctioned. I think that's correct. Can we? No. I was hoping to have a look at the other scenario. Right. So, them 2 on the second day and Ray on the third day, is that one of the options? None of the robots would have malfunctioned. Ray would have malfunctioned on the first day. Gom and Loy would have malfunctioned on the second. Gom and Loy malfunction on the first day. Ray would have malfunctioned on the second day. Gom and Loy would have malfunctioned on the second day. Ray would have malfunctioned on the third day. Right. I think that's the right one. Happy days. If only one robot has a blue headlight, Marv makes a comment about a red headlight. The other robots will pay attention to each other and ignore the robot with a blue headlight. The last scenario, Ray has a blue headlight. Gom and Loy have red headlights. It takes Gom and Loy 2 days to figure out the colour of their headlights. They ignore Ray and use the same reasoning we had examined earlier with Ott and Flo. Marv's still unaware of the damage he's doing is by the food trucks when he sees Zod, Jet and Nook in the distance. All 3 robots have red headlights. Loving the red. What happens? Okay, so Marv, still unaware of the damage he's doing, is by the food trucks when he sees them 3. They all have red headlights. So they all have red. So when one of them has red, he malfunctions on the same day. When two of them have red, they both malfunction on the second day. So when all three have red, they must all malfunction on the third day. Great. Right, let's take one of the robot's perspectives and reason through this. I think it's pretty obvious. Marv, still unaware of the damage he's doing, is by the food trucks when he spots Dex, Ty, Ada, and Norb in the distance. All the robots have red headlights except for Ada. Dig the red, yells out to the group. Okay, so this is the same as the two reds with one blue, but with an extra red. So Ada goes last on the fourth day. These three malfunction on the third day. So the red lighted robots malfunction on the third day, then the blue lighted robot malfunctions on the fourth day. Yep. Now consider what would have happened if all four robots had had red headlights. Well, they'd all malfunction on the fourth day. Okay, in the final stretch of his walk, Marv runs into three more friends. They are Bo, Ig, and Dot. Each robot has a newly installed red headlight. Again, he comments, "Wow, check out the red headlight." Ig and Dot hear Marv's comments, but they notice that Bo is distracted and doesn't hear Marv. Right, okay. What happens to the robots? None of them malfunction. Bo and Dot malfunction on the second day. IG never malfunctions. All the robots malfunction on the third day. The robots malfunction one by one per day. Well, we can rule out this one. Bo is the one that doesn't hear. So this doesn't make sense. IG never malfunctions. If anything, it would have said Bo never malfunctions. So I don't think it's either of them two. All the robots malfunction on the third day. But Bo is completely unaware. Right. It's between these two. All robots malfunction on the third day and none of the robots malfunction. So they all malfunction on the third day if they all hear. Because they all know what the others have got. But if Bo doesn't know, he never malfunctions. Right. If he never malfunctions, yeah, because the only possible way that he would know what he's got is if he heard. So that's the only possible reason that he would malfunction. And there's no answer that says two of them malfunction and Bo doesn't. So I reckon that it's none of them malfunction. So IG can see that them two are both red. I think that's the correct answer. The reason that the others malfunction is because they know what they haven't got based on what the others know. And because Bo doesn't know, I think he severs the link between the knowledge, which means that these can never come to a full conclusion. So none of them malfunction. Let's walk through the reasoning to better understand why this is the case. Bo is distracted when Marv makes his comments, so he doesn't have any information relating to his headlight colour, therefore he won't malfunction. Okay, that was the bit that was obvious. IG and Dot recognise that Bo missed Marv's comment and realise that they will not be able to get confirmation or contradiction from Bo's actions, so they cannot build a chain. That was basically what I said. It severs the link between them. That ends in them knowing the colour of their highlights with certainty, since they need to be certain of their colours. Okay, happy days. The next morning, Marv notices the chairs are looking pretty empty. Oh, brilliant. Right, fantastic. Okay. Right, I think we shall call the day for this one. I need to give my brain a rest. And then we shall probably do a few more tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. Cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.